4, 5, 6 months, you're not going to notice that there's any change in subsequent pain, subsequent corneal problems. They don't even give a list of the problems, actually.
How does that happen, right? Like, was it already approved and then we're getting these studies, or did that just never become a part of the process? I'm curious, like how throughout this, it's possible that there's such severe side effects without that either being them forced to disclose it or it being modifications required or taken off the market or anything.
Well, there are several reasons for that. One is that when they make the cut in the cornea, essentially they're anesthetizing the cornea because they're cutting all the nerves that are responsible for your sensitivity, the corneal sensitivity. That actually means for a short while, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you're not going to notice that there's any change in subsequent pain, subsequent corneal problems, because for a while it's anesthetized, the cornea. However, those neurons do not grow back properly. They grow back in many people. And some people, they don't grow back for, I don't know how long they've followed it out now, maybe 5 years. They don't grow back properly. So not growing back properly means that there's a bit of disconnect. It's like having an amputated leg. You know, you still feel the leg that's not there. So this syndrome of corneal neuropathy sort of slowly develops over the first year or two. Sometimes it's faster to develop. So it is not part of the reporting scheme for FDA. They only required reports up to a year later. So you don't pick up all of difficult problems. But fortunately, there have been a number of studies, and I sent you those citations, that have followed people for much longer. So that's where the 30% comes in. No one knows exactly sure because no one's done a prospective study that follows people for 10, 15, 20 years. But the data that exists suggests around 30%. And that's consistent with a little bit of data that exists in FDA's database, which is accessible on FDA's website. And I cited those references also. A customer that comes into a LASIK clinic is not going to be given that information, is not going to know where to look or what to look for. And FDA required the manufacturers to provide a brochure, but the brochure has very little relevant information. And clinics do not provide even that brochure. If you look at what the clinics provide, they don't even give a list of the problems, actually. And they give no numbers whatsoever. They just talk about a 95% satisfaction rate, which is a bogus number to begin with, but, satisfaction. So here's the other issue.
I've heard that number thrown around a lot with great emphasis. Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.